Welcome to our channel. Today, we are about to embark on an exciting journey through Europe, revealing 10 must-see tourist attractions that will amaze you. From historical wonders to breathtaking natural landscapes, Europe is a true treasure trove of experiences waiting to be explored. Join us as we stroll through charming streets, marvel at architectural wonders, and immerse ourselves in the rich cultural tapestry of this continent. From snow-capped mountains to stunning fjords, each location on our list promises a unique and unforgettable adventure. Whether you're a history buff, a nature enthusiast, or a food lover in search of culinary delights, Europe has something to offer for every taste. So, sit back, relax, and let us be your guides as we showcase the beauty and diversity of this captivating continent. Get ready to be inspired to plan your next European getaway. First, Colosseum. The Roman Colosseum stands as one of Europe's top tourist attractions and is a must-visit when in the Italian capital. Looking from the outside, the monument displays its enduring ability to remain standing, resilient against the elements of time, including earthquakes. Inside, you are transported back to the 1st century AD, where you can picture a variety of public events that took place at the time, such as gladiator combats and the roars of the masses. Bloodshed aside, the formerly named Flavian Amphitheater was unveiled in the year 80 AD and could accommodate over 50,000 spectators. With its 4 tiers supported by columns, today the monument serves not only as a tourist magnet drawing millions of visitors annually but also as a symbol of Rome's cultural and historical heritage, a living testament to the advanced engineering and design techniques of its era. Second, Sagrada Familia. Situated in Barcelona, the Sagrada Familia stands as one of the city's main landmarks and one of the few tourist attractions in Europe among the most visited in the world, if not the only one, that still remains unfinished. Its creator, the architect Antoni Gaudí, passed away before completing the work that, beyond being an architectural marvel, holds numerous religious symbolisms and references to elements of nature, a common trait in the architect's works, making him one of Barcelona's most prominent figures in history and a favorite among the elite Catalan class of the 19th and 20th centuries. Known for its imposing towers and an interior that leaves anyone in awe of Gaudí's creativity and meticulousness, the Sagrada Familia commenced in 1882 and continued even after the architect's death in 1926. Third, the Belém Tower. Perched on the banks of the Tagus River in Lisbon, the Belém Tower is one of the most symbolic edifices in Portugal. The reason being, the tower was erected at the dawn of the 16th century and was initially intended to serve as part of a defense system at the river's entrance and as a launch point for the Portuguese explorations of the era. Its unveiling in 1521 showcased a style that blended Gothic and Renaissance influences with distinctive Portuguese elements, aiming to mirror the maritime voyages. However, over the centuries, the monument took on various roles, from a fortress to a prison, and even served as a customs house. Fourth, Duomo di Milano. The Milan Cathedral stands as one of the world's most grandiose and splendid Gothic cathedrals. Its erection commenced in the late 14th century and spanned centuries, with the cathedral only being officially completed, astonishingly, in the 20th century. Renowned for its elaborate Gothic detailing, the cathedral boasts over 3,400 statues and more than 100 gargoyles, making it much more than a religious icon, but a true masterpiece of art and architecture. Within its walls, which house numerous art pieces, special attention should be paid to the colossal stained glass windows that narrate tales from the New and Old Testament. And if that's not enough, the terrace of the Milan Cathedral presents a panoramic view that can stretch to the Alps, weather permitting on the day. Fifth, Louvre Museum. Nestled in the heart of Paris, the Louvre Museum stands as one of the most iconic and historic museums in Europe. Initially a 12th century fortress, it transformed into a royal residence for the kings of France from the 14th to the 16th centuries and ultimately became a public museum opened during the French Revolution in 1793. Its classical architecture, featuring Baroque elements, is in striking contrast with the iconic and modern glass pyramid introduced much later, in 1989. The site mirrors not only France's historical roots but also its central role in contemporary Western culture and art. Spanning over 60,000 square meters, the venue houses upwards of 380,000 items ranging from Near Eastern and Egyptian antiques to paintings and statues, including its most renowned pieces: Leonardo da Vinci's portrait of the Mona Lisa and the Greek statue of Venus de Milo. Ultimately, the Louvre is more than just a museum, it's practically an encyclopedia of art. Set aside at least a full morning to delve into its riches. 6th, the Eiffel Tower. One of the most iconic and globally recognized structures, the Eiffel Tower stands as a quintessential emblem of Paris and France at large. Its origins trace back to the late 19th century, specifically from 1887 to 1889, when it was erected to serve as the focal point of the Paris Universal Exposition, an event commemorating the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. Over time, the tower has withstood criticism, debates, and controversies. Standing at 300 meters tall and weighing over 7,000 tons, it has also gathered a host of admirers. It has become what it is today, a milestone in the history of architecture and design for its imposing scale and engineering, and, ultimately, a cultural icon. 7th, the Berlin Wall. Constructed in 1961 by a decision of the authorities of East Germany and the then Soviet Union to physically and ideologically separate from West Germany and the capitalist world, the Berlin Wall, even after coming down in 1989, remains a symbol of the Cold War and a highly visited historical landmark in the German capital. Stretching approximately 155 kilometers with a significant amount of barbed wire and watchtowers, the Berlin Wall was torn down in an iconic event that marked the end of the Cold War after standing for about 30 years. Its fall not only reunited Germany but also paved the way for the reunification of Europe and the collapse of the Soviet bloc, ultimately giving the remaining sections of the wall a new purpose. In one of the largest stretches, for instance, it is possible to access the East Side Gallery, an open-air art gallery set up on the remnants of the wall. There is also the segment of the Berlin Wall Memorial and the permanent exhibition Topography of Terror, focusing on the rise of Nazism during Hitler's era, not for the faint-hearted. 8th, the Van Gogh Museum. Opened in 1973, the Van Gogh Museum is dedicated to none other than the Dutch painter who has plenty of reasons to be well known, from his artworks to his life story. There, one can easily spend hours in front of a painting, admiring every tiny detail of post-impressionist artworks that have impacted countless individuals following Van Gogh's death. In short, the collection housed in this geometric building is truly remarkable. And trust me, you will leave this European tourist spot wanting to see and learn even more about the artist. 9th, the Big Ben. One of London's most iconic and photographed landmarks, Big Ben is the popular name given to the large bell located in the clock tower situated at the northern end of the Palace of Westminster. Although the name Big Ben originally referred only to the nearly 14-ton bell that first chimed in 1859, it has come to be frequently used to also describe the clock tower, symbolizing the country's continuity and stability. As those who watched the series The Crown know how essential this was to the Queen. Ultimately, the monument is inseparable from London's identity and attracts millions of visitors annually who, like myself, arrive in the city centre and marvel at the sight that is so often depicted in films. From the classic animation of Peter Pan to the historic V for Vendetta. 10th, the Acropolis of Athens. Of course, the cradle of Western civilization would be on this list of tourist attractions in Europe. Greece's most historically significant attraction is the Acropolis of Athens, an archaeological site dating back to the 5th century BC that served multiple purposes: a political center, religious sanctuary, and even a military stronghold. Today, the Acropolis has also been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and not only overlooks the city of Athens but also embodies the art, architecture, and values of ancient Greece. I hope you enjoyed getting to know these 10 amazing tourist destinations in Europe in this video. If you liked it and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to stay tuned for updates. I invite you to explore more videos on our channel and discover other incredible places around the world. Thank you for watching and see you at the next destination.